morning, everybody. It is Tuesday and it is time for a catch up. Guys, welcome back to Cat Every Day. Okay, we're going to get started on a weigh-in and a visit in just a moment. But I wanted to address a question that we had from one of our wonderful viewers. Donna had asked me, what am I taking in the way of supplements to help aid in bringing down my blood sugar? And I said that I would address that in the next video, and that is this video. So in one of my grocery hauls fairly recently, you saw me purchase this super berberine, and I did purchase this at Sam's Club. It's about 30 bucks or so. And there's 45 capsules in here. It's 550 milligrams. I started taking this, and after about a week, I noticed that I was encountering a little bit of heartburn. And I don't get heartburn anymore during low carb. I just don't get it. And so I thought, okay, something's going on. And I looked up a little bit more information about berberine, which I'd heard so many good reviews on by different doctors who said that this can really help aid and bringing down that blood sugar, because it's kind of like a natural form of metformin. So I did a little bit more research on this after my heartburn, and it said, yes, you know, that is something that can happen. It can help. It can change your stomach acid a little bit, and so you can actually get heartburn if you're taking too high of a dose. So if that happens, back up, cut the dose down, introduce it a little bit at a time. Definitely have it around food, maybe with some milk. And again, I'm not giving anybody, you know, advice telling you what to do. This is just what I found out for myself. Definitely go to your doctor and okay everything with them. But so I stopped taking it every day, and I thought I'm going to introduce it once every 3 days and see if that's okay. And if not, then, and I'm in the process of doing that right now, and if that still brings me heartburn, I'm going to cut and buy a lower dose and then reintroduce it again. I don't want to just cut it out while I'm actively trying to bring down this blood sugar, because I really do think that this is effective, and I really would love for it to work. Number two, I started taking L-lysine. Now, L-lysine, I started taking that because I had heard from other people and from a doctor that this really does help to maybe help let go of those last unwanted pounds. And I do have unwanted pounds, and I thought, what the heck, you know what I mean? I'll try it. Now, one thing that I noticed is since I started taking this, my weight loss started again. So I thought, maybe there's something to this. But since then, I have found out that this is also very helpful in aiding to bring blood sugar down. So that I don't have any heartburn or any problems with this at all. L-lysine, and this is 500 milligrams, I believe. I take one once daily. And then this here was given to me by my bioidentical hormone doctor, and she watches all of my nutrients and supplements, and she'll give me whatever I need and suggest it. This is vitamin K2 and D3, and I believe those have to be put together because of absorption issues. I think you won't absorb one without the other, and I think maybe it's the D3 needing the K2. I think that's what it is. But I think the D3 in here is 125 milligrams, and then the K2 is 45 milligrams, I think it is. Now the D3, I think it adds up to like 5,000 IU, which is fine. I take another supplement of another 5,000 because my doctor had recommended 10,000 a day to me. I think as we get older, you know, they say that people who have a little bit more melanin in their skin don't absorb the sun as well, and so they don't manufacture D3 as well as people who are fairer skinned. But I think what they're finding out on top of that is that as we get older, even if we're fairer skinned, even if we stay out all day in the sun, we lose that capability to manufacture it and to, you know, to make it in our body. And so we still end up being really, really deficient. Dr. John Campbell is somebody that I like to follow, and he is a medical researcher, and he was saying himself, this happened to himself. He's very fair skinned, stayed out all summer in the sun, was very, very depleted in his D3, and he said he thinks that everybody should be taking a D3 supplement no matter what, but especially as we age. And so I know that that's really important. And the reason why I brought this up now is because, come to find out, this is really helpful in lowering your blood sugar as well. So if you don't take that, I would definitely talk to your doctor about it. Or look into it. I take the L-lysine, 500 milligrams, and the super berberine. I am reintroducing it, but again, a caution, it can bring you heartburn if you're taking too much at one time, so be very careful. All right, guys, let's get on with the video. Everybody, welcome back to Cat Every Day. It is time for a weigh-in and an update. This should have gone out yesterday. I do apologize. I've been missing for a little bit. I feel like this week, life just like said hello, took me by the hair and dragged me through the street. And I'm just trying to catch up with life and not be overwhelmed by everything it's presenting me with. And that's okay. That means I need to just step back from some things and take care of things, other things. And that's what I'm doing. But anyway, it's all good. Grateful to be here. Grateful to have this time with you. Okay, so let's get to the weight. I have to preface this. Some of you know that for the last, I want to say just under 10 years or so, I have been taking bioidentical hormone replacement therapy. I am 58 years old. I'm post-menopause. When I first started going through perimenopause, I want to say it was like 46, 47 or so. And I was full blown at 48, and it was, very hard. And I did end up finding the bioidentical hormone replacement therapy. I did not want the synthetic. It is totally different. I absolutely love it. I started off with the creams, and now what I do is pellet implantation. And I do it once every 3 months. But this is something that I can talk about more on my other channel, which is Sweetwater Place. I'll put it down in the comment box. If you want to come down there below, we'll be talking about this real soon. Some things happen when you do have a bioidentical hormone replacement therapy because it's very natural and it feels like you're back in your cycle days sometimes. So usually the first, not all the crying and stuff like that, like when you're going through adolescence. It's not like that. It's much more controlled. My doctor takes my blood work to make sure that, she sees what I need, and she doesn't give me too much of testosterone, estrogen. I also take progesterone, which I take orally. That's separate. But the pellets are estrogen and testosterone. So now the estrogen, it's the first pellet that she puts in, and then she'll put in the testosterone second. The reason why is because if there's going to be a problem with your body assimilating and not wanting to keep the pellet, it's going to be the testosterone that it wants to expel first. And so it will push it out. And so if you put the testosterone first, then the estrogen, well, then the estrogen will just get, pushed out of the way. Has that ever happened in all the time that I've been doing this? It has very, very, very few times. And I think it had something to do, believe it or not, with probably when my doctor switched brands of pellet suppliers. That's the only time that I dealt with that, and it was like a couple of times and they were spaced out. But she normally just she'll take it out if it's trying to protrude, and she'll put in another one, and I'm good as new. That being said, I have the estrogen first, so that estrogen is going to give me a really big it's going to give me a punch at first because it's going to assimilate first and they dissolve in your body little by little, and they supply you with this over the next few months or so before I need another one. Now, the more that you exercise, the quicker you assimilate, and so you need it faster. Normally, most people will have the pellets repelleted in 4 months or so, but I've found out because of how much I walk and I do exercise a lot, I need it every 3 months, and so mine's a little bit quicker. But what happens when you take the estrogen is, yes, sometimes if you think back to when you were going through your cycle days, you would get breast tenderness was like a real thing. And besides that, a lot of times the reason why it was tender was your influx of water went way up. And that's exactly what happened. So after about a week of having my pellet in, about 2 weeks ago, my water weight, it felt like overnight. I got on the scale because I thought, I feel really bloated. I can't move my wedding ring. I'm going to test myself. I'm 2 days before weigh-in. Let me see where I'm at. Now, mind you, have not changed the way that I've been eating at all or doing anything as I've been coming down and losing weight steadily. And overnight, I was up 4 pounds, and I know it was all water. And it was just like, 4 pounds? What in the world is this? What's going on? I thought it was crazy. But I knew exactly what it was. And I thought, okay, this is the pellet. This is just assimilating this influx of estrogen, and I just have to go with it. And again, I don't feel like crying or anything like that. I just have a lot of estrogen. And so 2 days later, I got back on the scale, which was my weigh-in day, and I was down 2 pounds. So 2 of it is left, and I have to just keep on drinking my water and walking and doing all the things, and I know it's going to come back down and level out. But this is a normal thing. When you have an influx of estrogen, you can have this happen, and I'm not miserable or anything like that. I just need to be aware that that's what's happening, and it affects my weigh-in days, and that's okay. I still feel, funny enough, my pants are still loose. So maybe the places where it's setting the water are alternate places, but I feel fine, right? So I still feel like I've lost weight, and as soon as this water goes down, I'm hoping it continues. Maybe this is just a little bit of a clearing, where my body can kind of like, it's getting used to the new stuff coming in, and I have to give my body some time to adjust. I mean, I just had an influx of estrogen and testosterone, and I have to wait for that to go in, and I kind of feel like maybe I'm not quite sure exactly how long it actually takes to make the adjustment before it starts to want to lose weight again. But that's a lot to give your body. It is, to give it an influx like that every 3 months, and then it has to recycle. It has to get its bearings again on what we're going to do before we can continue to lose weight. So I just have to wait and see. Anyway, in short, I'm still up 2 pounds, and I'm sure that is just because of that. It's water weight from my pellet therapy, and I'm just going to keep on going with what I'm doing. I am enjoying eating low carb. I feel like I am much more in control of my appetite, and I can go longer, and I feel like I can be better in control of what I'm eating, because since I'm more stable, I feel like my blood sugar is more stable, and I do think that I'm going to be bringing it down. I am doing this primarily to bring that blood sugar A1C down, but if I could lose weight and do that, at the same time, that would be really great. So anyway, that's the update for this week, and I will see you guys really soon. I just wanted to let you know what was going on. I hope you guys are having a good week. I have planted a lot of stuff in our garden. I got that done yesterday, and I have a lot of onion slips I need to put in the ground, but I haven't quite figured out what to do with those, and I'm wondering if maybe planting them in pots would be a good idea. What do you guys think? Where do you put your onions if you plant them? Let me know. Let me know if you planted a garden yet this year, and if not, do you plan on doing that? There's still time. It's getting late though, so I'm gonna move on. Okay, guys, I will see you guys soon. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.